chat. JD, hello, loves. Hi, Christina in breezy Santa Rosa, California. Love you. Hi, Samadhi. Namaste. Here in Austin. Jessica in the Woodlands. Cornelius in Wisconsin. So many familiar names. Really happy that you're working on through to the other side. The circle today is entitled Safety in the Storm. So this is going to be a good thing for you to work through anything that you feel nervous or anxious or worried about, anything that feels stormy or rocky in your life, or anything you see on the horizon that could be a potential storm for you. This is the circle to bring it to. So let's just take a deep breath and tune in for a second, remembering that maybe you have lots of worries and concerns. Don't fret. You can use the circle over and over again. You're going to find all the circles that we've done in our video library. It comes with your membership. In case you haven't checked it lately, go to worldtappingcircle.com to the membership area, and you will find so many cool circles with all different practitioners and some little short mini taps, some taps that are good for beginners. Feel free to use those taps. Invite a friend over, show them how to do it, have a tapping party at your house, activate your community, activate your family, activate your pets. And let's move this movement of love, this revolution of love that we're experiencing, where we're learning how important love is, and not to minimize our feelings, but to open up that side of ourselves so that we can perceive and receive and transmit what we came here to do. Hi, Micah and Tina and Melissa. Really excited that you're all here. Safety in the storm. Like I said, you're going to find a topic that you feel some concern about, some worry, and you're going to tap on through to the other side. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the core causes questions. I will remind you that tapping can be intense. You're going to be breathing, you're going to be feeling, you might have some tears, some energy moving through your body. All is well. It's a perfectly natural and normal process. Your body's just finally given permission to notice what's actually there and what's been holding you back and keeping you in some kind of state of fear. And all we're going to do is process that energy. So if it's your first time tapping with us, do let us know and we'll keep an eye on you. Other than that, we're going to jump into the core causes questions, and I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
All right. Hey, Sonia, we are still broadcasting on YouTube. So I can cut it off maybe by, I can turn off your screen by doing that.
It's okay. I don't mind just sitting here. I think it's better to have something than nothing.
All right.
But now my screen looks weird.
Oh, I'm bad. Look at that there.
DZ needs a welcome as well.
I'll hook them up.
Okay.
Check it out.
Oh. Tina's in Borneo.
Yeah, where is that? I don't know.
I'm going to sneeze.
You got 30 seconds for the sneeze.
It's a timed sneeze. All right, welcome back. Oops, I hear a little echo. Great. Oh, I still am hearing a little echo. Magnus, our tech man, is on it. Let's see if that helps. Yep, just turned off my other speaker. Okay. So, sweethearts, hopefully that 5-minute deep dive was informative, that you learned something, that you saw something, and now we're going to tap it out. So for those of you who are new, this is a really simple process. I'm going to tell you where the points are. I'm going to do it on me. You're going to do it on you. You're going to modify the words to more accurately fit your own feelings, fears, thoughts, beliefs, patterns, habits, so that you can customize this to go deep inside you and start moving all that old stuff out, making room for something new and beautiful and aligned. So big, deep breath, massaging the front of your chest. And we're going to do a lot of breathing as we go through this so that that trapped energy can escape your body and move on through. So repeating after me, even though part of me has an issue with, and go ahead and say what the issue is. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. And tapping the eyebrows, this issue. Tapping the temples. This issue, say it again. What are we talking about? Tapping the cheeks. I'm bringing love to this situation. Tapping under the nose, even if it feels impossible. Tuning in to your issue, tapping under the lips. What part of your issue feels impossible to deal with? Tapping the chest. This part feels impossible. And tapping down to the bottom of your rib cage, front of your ribs. I'm open to loving and accepting myself right where I'm at. And breathe. Tapping the side of the rib cage. Nipple height, side seam of the body. This feeling, tuning in again to where you feel stuck or you feel like things aren't possible here. Tapping the inside of the wrist. It's safe for me to bring some understanding and compassion here. This is really hard. Tap the side of the thumb. Part of me feels so challenged right now. Big deep breath, tuning into where this feels like a challenge for you. And tap the index finger. I accept the part of me that feels really challenged with this. And just open your heart to the part of you that is struggling. And breathe. Tapping the middle finger. This part of me is worried. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger and tune in and see if there's worry in your situation, rattling around inside you. And tap the little finger, and just for fun, assess how much worry or concern you have from 0 to 10. Part of me is pretty stressed about this. Tap the side of the hand. I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even if I feel concerned. And you can change that word. You could say, no, I feel freaked out, not concerned. And say freaked out. Tapping the top of the head. I'm open to deeply and completely resolving this. Tapping the side of the head and the back of the head. Even if part of me stays worried, concerned, and freaked out. Tapping the eyebrows. This part of me feels really stressed. Tapping the temples. And now you get to describe why exactly you feel stressed or worried. So take 30 seconds and just go for it. All the reasons that you're stressed about this. And tapping the front of the cheeks. Keep talking. Tapping under the nose. This stressed feeling. Tapping under the lips. I have good reason to be worried. Tapping the chest. What is that worry or anxiety trying to do for you? Check in and see if it's a way of preventing something or thinking that you're preventing something from happening or from being dangerous. In other words, are you trying to keep yourself safe by stressing about this? And tapping down further into your chest, and ask yourself, is this stress actually helping me or is it depleting you? I notice that when I'm stressing, it doesn't actually improve the situation. It makes it harder for me to think clearly. It limits my bandwidth. It slows down my ability to comprehend. It makes me second guess myself. I'm tapping the front of the ribs. I accept the part of me that's trying to protect myself from, and say what you're trying to protect yourself from. Tapping the side of the ribs. I accept the part of me that really believes that being stressed out, worried, and upset is somehow saving me from, and then say what you think you're saving yourself from. And tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm giving myself compassion for using this old fear strategy. Tap the side of the thumb. So who in your family was the worrier? Was there a family member, someone who raised you or you spent a lot of time with as a child, who dealt with things by stressing out, being worried, getting upset, being overwhelmed, and taught you by example and by just being around their energy to worry and stress? Tap the index finger. I'm open to releasing the example that was set for me by who? Tap the middle finger. Say it again. I'm open to releasing the example that was set for me by, and tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. It's safe for me to regain my center. Tap the little finger. It's safe for me to regain my center. Tap the side of the hand. It's possible that this worry is not helping me resolve it, even though subconsciously I think it's the best way. Tap the top of the head. This worry is trying to get me to pay attention. The stress and fear is trying to keep me alert and present, to protect me from what? What outcome are you trying to avoid? Tapping the back of the skull and breathing and tapping the eyebrows. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tap the temples, even if I never stop worrying and stressing about this. And just accept for a second that this might just be how you roll with it. I might be really stressed the whole time. Tap the cheeks. And just for fun, we're going to say that again, tapping under the nose. I might be really stressed about this the entire time. Tapping into the lips. Part of me is waiting to relax until it's over. Tapping the chest. I'm allowing myself to be present and to calm down, to center, and to relax so that I can think clearly, so that I can move through each tiny piece of this, one step at a time. And breathing. All right, here we go. Tapping down to the front of the ribs. What's one part of this that really stresses you, that really bothers you? We're going to focus there for a minute. So say it out loud. One part of this that's really worrying or really stressing or upsetting me is what? And tap the side of the ribs. I'm not sure that tapping on my ribs is going to make me stop worrying about this. I'm tapping the inside of the wrist. I deeply and completely forgive myself for holding on to the stress and fear around us. Tapping the side of the thumb. I can hold on to this fear for as long as it's serving me. Tapping the index finger. I'm also curious to see what it would be like to relax my mind, my fear of losing control. Tap the middle finger. What if I trusted that things were going to smooth out, that I was going to make it through? Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. What if I trusted that things are going to smooth out, that I'm going to make it through? Tapping the little finger. I love and accept myself. Tap the side of the hand. And if that's too hard to say I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even with this worry and stress about, and then say specifically what aspect of your issue you're most stressed about. Tapping the top of the head. I don't have to run this old family pattern just because I don't know how things are going to be resolved. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head and breathing. Tapping the eyebrows. I don't have to run this old family pattern. Tapping the temples just because I don't know how things are going to be resolved. And tapping the cheeks. Tapping into the nose. This is the way my family dealt with things that felt overwhelming. Tapping under the lips, things that weren't certain. Tap the chest. It's possible that I'm learning to dance right through the middle, like a ninja, like a goddess. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm giving myself the support I need to maintain my balance. Tap the side of the ribs, tuning in again to the issue that you're working with, and breathing. Tap the inside of the wrist. Let's try doing the opposite wrist this time. Even though it's such a habit to stay obsessed, scared, and tight. Tap the side of the thumb. It's okay. I love and respect myself. Tapping the index finger. I forgive myself for staying this way. It's just an old habit. Tapping the middle finger. I'm training my nervous system to be relaxed and present, so it's more available. And tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. I deeply and completely respect myself for holding on to any remaining stress, fear, or anxiety. And breathe. Tap the little finger. My body's learning to let go so that I can recenter and take the next step. Tap the side of the hand. I forgive myself for projecting my fear into the future. So let's talk about that for a minute. Maybe this stressful situation reminds you of another time where things went in a similar way, or stories that you've heard where people had really sad or upsetting situations that this reminds you of, and you're imagining the worst outcome for yourself, trying to prepare for all the things that could go wrong or that could get crazy. And you're projecting all that energy out ahead of you, trying to protect yourself, but actually maybe calling it to you. Tap the top of the head. I'm releasing the need to project the worst possible outcome into my future. Tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head. I'm clearing a path in front of me right now. Tap the eyebrows, where things amazingly go my way. Tap the temples, where things open up. Big breath. Tapping the cheeks, allowing myself to project a smooth way forward. Tapping into the nose. Imagine what it would be like if you skipped ahead to the end of the book and you saw how the hero or the heroine, who you happen to be, is moving through the situation, and you see, oh my gosh, it actually turned out to work to their advantage. That's amazing. Tap the chest. What would it be like if you knew that the outcome was assured? You probably wouldn't be as worried about it, right? You'd be like, yeah, it was really hard, but I grew and I learned a whole lot. And as a matter of fact, it forced me to reach out. It forced me to talk to people I wasn't going to talk to. And it made me more aware of what I was capable of. And now I feel proud and strong and resilient. Tapping the front of the ribs, giving myself the opportunity to receive the lessons that this challenge is bringing me. What are 2 things that you think could be positive outcomes, even if it seems really far-fetched? Tap the side of the ribs. 2 things that could possibly come out of this that might be worth your while. Maybe it gives me a sense of pride in knowing how strong I am. And tap the inside of the wrist. It's possible that I'm gaining strength. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm turning to face this fear head on. Tap the middle finger. It's possible that this is teaching me, helping me grow and expand my capacity. Tap the middle finger, teaching me about love and about my personal power. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger, teaching me how to use my mind instead of letting it get taken away by circumstances. Tap the little finger and breathe. Tapping the side of the hand. I love and accept myself, even though a part of me still feels and tune into the issue that we're talking about. What's still there that we haven't talked about yet that's bothering you? Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a thought. Say it out loud. Tap the top of the head and say it again. Tap the sides of the head, say it again. And tap the back of the skull and say it one more time. And breathe. Tapping the eyebrows. I accept the part of me that's so used to getting stuck here. Tapping the temples. Is it okay to stop getting stuck here? Tap the cheeks. Tune in and see if it's a habit for you to stay worried, stressed, communicating about things that are hard and scary. What would your conversations be like if this wasn't involved? Tap the chest. I'm giving myself permission to take great care of my heart while I ninja my way through this. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's possible that I'm much stronger than I thought I was. And tap the side of the ribs. That I'm creating excellent support for myself. And tapping the inside of the wrist. I love and respect myself. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm giving myself the possibility of having new conversations with people that come from a place of centered peace. Tap the index finger, releasing the need to be stressed or to create this anxiety in my body. Tap the middle finger. Even if part of me is addicted to feeling anxious, I love and respect myself. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger, I accept the part of me that feels addicted to this feeling. Tune into the feeling that we're talking about that pertains to you. Maybe it's anger and anxiety, maybe it's frustration. Tapping the little finger, this feeling, say it again. This feeling of what? Tapping the side of the hand and breathing. Part of me is so geared to experience this. It's been going on and on and on. Tapping the top of the head. I'm giving myself permission to release my need to create this state for myself. Even if it's all I've ever known and I've been living like this my entire life. Tapping the eyebrows. I'm giving myself permission. Tap the temples to nurture myself, to grow. Tap the cheeks to evolve and to learn from this. Tapping into the nose. There's always a good reason to be stressed and worried. So let's just drop down to the chest. Think about that. There's always going to be something that you don't know is happening, something that may go wrong according to your best plans. People, places, timing, money, all kinds of things that are going to keep rotating and changing, fixing and breaking. Can you really afford to be stressed and freaked out about every little detail? No, me either. Tapping down to the front of the ribs. I'm allowing myself to release the need to react in a stressful way to the changing landscape of my life. Tapping the side of the ribs, releasing the need to react with stress to the changing landscape of my life. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to stop beating myself up for being panicked. Tap the side of the thumb. I'm allowing myself to be present with what's happening inside me. Tap the index finger, tuning into your issue. What is something that you've been telling yourself about your issue that is not a positive, friendly, loving, supportive thing to say? Are you calling yourself names? Are you saying that you were stupid? Are you telling yourself that you're bad? That you should have done this and that you're supposed to be there by now? Tapping the middle finger. Big deep breath. Say that negative statement out loud 3 times. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. Say it again. And little finger, let's say it one more time. Telling myself what? Tapping the side of the hand. I don't have to believe this. So just notice that you have a choice about what you believe. Even if all the evidence suggests that your negative statement is right, you still don't have to believe it. You don't have to take it in. Whether it's a negative statement that someone gave you or one that you generated yourself, it's still zapping your energy, right? It's like having someone standing there like bashing you. Tap the top of the head. I'm giving myself permission to be my best ally. What would your best ally say to you right now? You've got this. I believe in you. I know you've got what it takes. I love you. I trust you. You're learning. Don't give up. Tapping the cheeks and breathing. Tapping into the nose. I'm giving myself the possibility, tapping under the lips, of reprogramming myself in a more encouraging way. Tap the chest. So if you were watching someone tightrope walk between two buildings, would you be shouting irritating, rude things at them? No, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to hold this vibe for you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you stay balanced and be able to make it from one building to the next. What you're doing right now is training your mind to be your ally instead of your enemy. So what do you need to hear? You can wait for a lover or a friend or a parent or somebody to say this to you, but generally they're going to give you more fear because your fear is stimulating their fear. If you're worried, they're worried. But if you are saying to yourself, I've got this, something is opening up for me, where there's a will, there's a way. I know that I'm guided, I'm blessed, I'm protected. The field will arrange that for you, and others will reflect that back to you. And as you continue to make it through this journey, you're going to start feeling like an amazing, balanced being. So tapping the front of the ribs, giving yourself that positive statement again. What do you need to hear right now? Say it like you mean it. Say it again, tapping the side of the ribs. Take it in. Let yourself come into alignment with that lovely, confident, clear, supportive statement. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to believe in myself. Tapping the side of the thumb. Giving myself permission to stay focused while relaxing and opening to miracles. Tap the index finger. I'm generating miracles for myself. Tap the middle finger. So what is it that you need in this situation? There's something that if you had that right now, it would really make a difference. Tap the bottom of your fourth finger. I'm allowing myself to generate the possibility of this coming straight in. Tap the little finger. Giving myself the possibility and generate it again. What is it that you're calling in? Support, love, friendship, resources, the ability to understand and to know what to do. To have questions answered, tap the side of the hand. I'm giving myself this possibility, allowing the universe to hear me right now. I'm ready to receive what? Say it again. Tapping the top of the head, releasing any fear, any doubt. Tap the side of the head and the back of the head. I accept the part of me that's not sure I deserve that, that thinks it has to be really hard. Tap the eyebrows, that it would be cheating to get this support. Tap the temples. Is it cheating to call something into my life that helps stabilize, that nurtures and heals? Tap the cheeks. I allow myself to receive the love the universe is trying to give me. Tapping in under the nose. I need something that does what? So instead of saying what it is you want, say what you want it to do. Something that relieves this what? Tapping into the lips. And allows me to what? Tap the chest. I'm giving myself this possibility. I don't have to know who it's from or what it looks like or how long it will take. I'm just creating this option now. Clearing out room so that everything I need falls into place. That this situation resolves spontaneously. Tapping the front of the ribs. Releasing my need to struggle. Tap the side of the ribs. Or pre-process any fear and disappointment. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to surrender to the mystery of what's happening right now. Tap the side of the thumb. I don't know how this is going to pan out. Tap the middle finger, the index finger. And I'm allowing things to move me forward better than I could imagine. Tap the middle finger. I'm creating a possibility that because I'm going through this, something better than I can imagine comes out of it. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. Allowing myself to create for myself the possibility of getting exactly what I need and more. Tap the little finger and breathe. Tap the side of the hand and tune in again to the issue that you brought to circle. And let's do a quick temperature check. So tapping your chest and tuning in, what level of intensity around your entire issue is there for you now? If you're live with us, pop it into the chat. If you're watching this on replay or in the video library, just tap and tune in. What number of intensity is there? And when you find that intensity, I want you just to accept it as it is for now. JD, boom, down to a 1. Rachel, down to a 7. Christina, down 4 points from a 10 to a 6. Golden Dragon, moving fast from a 4 to a 1. Kevin's at a 3. DZ, down to a 5. Samadhi, down to a 2. Tanner, down to a 4. Purple Dragon, down to an 8. Cornelius, down to a 5. A lot of release. Marie says a 10 to an 8. Tamika is saying a 10 to a 4. Okay, so tapping the eyebrows, even though there's still, and then say what's there for you. Tapping the temples. It's okay. I love and respect myself. Tapping the cheeks. There's still what there? Tapping into the nose. And just accepting it for now. Tapping under the lips. Describe it again. There's still what? Tapping the chest. I love and respect myself. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm allowing myself the possibility of things moving out of the way, flowing in the most beautiful, sublime, and powerful way. Tap the side of the ribs, releasing my need to fuss and fret. Tapping the inside of the wrist, including the tendency I have to want to hide and withdraw. Busted. Tap the side of your thumb. I accept the part of me that's been trying to hide. Tap the index finger. Part of me has been wanting to disappear. Tap the middle finger. I'm allowing myself to reappear, centered, collecting my energy. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger, allowing myself to be surprisingly delighted at how this turns out. Tap the little finger. What would a great scenario be? Describe it by tapping the side of your hand for 30 seconds. Tapping the top of the head. Sides of the head, back of the skull. I'm giving myself the possibility of this or better. Tap the eyebrows. I'm giving myself the possibility of this or something even better. Tap the cheeks. That allows me to what? If this great scenario works out, what does it give you? Tapping under the lips and the chest. Now imagine yourself feeling that way, having the experience. Maybe you don't know all the details, but having this feeling of having what it gave you. It gives me comfort. It gives me joy. It gives me orgasms. It gives me the ability to relax. Let your body feel that now. That some miracle has occurred. Things have fallen into place without much effort on your part. And suddenly you have this new sensation that your life is working, that you're safe, that you made it through. Tap the front of your ribs. Let your body feel that sensation right now. How would you be sitting or standing or lying right now as you're watching this video and tapping with me? Having successfully made it through, and these cool synchronicities lined up. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Tapping the side of the ribs. Let your whole body feel it and nod your head yes. Get your body into alignment. Get it congruent with this sensation. You're teaching your body how to bring this in through feeling in advance the way that it will feel when this resolves. And tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing myself to feel clear and safe Tap the side of the thumb. Letting your body feel it again. Nodding your head yes. Letting yourself breathe that sigh of relief. Relaxing the tension in your shoulders. Imagining having what you need at hand and feeling very calm about it. Tap the index finger. I'm allowing myself to feel natural, aligned, and at peace. Tapping the middle finger, allowing myself to feel stable, open, and excited. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger, giving myself permission to not just move past this, but to grow in strength and inner resources because of this. Tap the little finger, allowing myself to grow in love and connection because of this. Tap the side of the hand. Now we're going to take one last big leap. What would it be like to feel grateful for this experience? You know, when you've successfully done something really difficult and then you look back on it years later and you're like, I actually am really glad that happened. I want you to imagine feeling really glad. Maybe it's a few months from now, maybe it's years from now, but I want you to imagine looking back at this exact issue and being like, yes, actually, that was a really great time in my life because I learned, I grew so much. It really forced me to go beyond what I thought I was capable of. And I did it. And now look where I am because I have these strengths. Tapping on the top of your head. I'm giving myself this deep sense of safety. Letting my body open and receive in advance the miracles that are coming my way. Tap the eyebrows. I'm allowing myself to receive this because I'm creating it. Tap the cheeks. I love and respect myself. Tapping under the nose. Creating safety and peace for myself. Tapping under the lips. It's the best thing I can do. Tapping the chest. I'm contributing this peace to the situation. So I want to tell you something right now, so listen up. Your peace gives you power. Not a pretend fake peace, but a real peace, the kind of peace that you're learning to generate right now through tapping. Your eyes are calm and steady, your heart is open. You can deal with whatever information, whatever people are moving in and out of your life. This peace that you're creating funds your reality and stabilizes the field around you. It gives structure to the field so that things can come in and stick and grow and open and land for you. You're organizing your vibration with your own will, with your own command, telling yourself, this is how we're going to do this. With your own empathy and compassion for the parts of you that didn't get the message. My peace is my power. My peace creates safety for myself and others. My peace is my safety in the storm. My peace is my safety in the storm. And from here, all things are possible. Tapping all over the body. I'm giving myself this because I love myself. I'm creating stability, safety, prosperity, and alignment. What else do you want to say? This is where you get to freeform it. Go! You got 30 seconds. Say all the sweet, kind things you can to yourself as you tap. And relax. Notice how you feel now. One teeny little hour of loving yourself, of honoring yourself, of taking an inventory, being brave enough to see what's there. I love you so much. So glad that you're here. And I know you're creating miracles for yourself, your families, your friends, and the projects that you're working on. I'm so happy for you. So jumping on into the chat, report back, let me know. Nancy says she's down to a 2. Jessica is moving gently. She's down to a 6. Tamika, more than halfway done, a 10 to a 4. Celeste, I see you here as well. Christina, JD, beautiful. So everyone, I hope you continue to have an amazing day or evening or morning, wherever it is that you're doing the circle. Remind you to invite people that you love to come share this resource with you. Teach them by your example of how to be brave and to come back into peace, to create safety. I've seen one little person create so much congruency and peace for so many people just by honoring themselves with this practice. So you can tap wherever your hands are, and hopefully your hands are wherever you are. So I hope you continue to use this tool throughout the day, that you can tap like this, you can tap under the table, you continue to breathe and clear, navigate yourself with grace and dignity through this experience. Yay. I will hopefully see some of you in Spain. I know that Tanner's going to be there, and Samadhi's going to be there, and JD's going to be there. So many beautiful beings. If you're wanting to get trained by me, you just have a couple more days to sign up. Magnus, if you'd be so kind as to drop that link into the chat in case there's some people here sitting on the fence, I want you to just jump on in. You'll be so glad you did. We're just about to close registration. It comes with a free year subscription to the Tapping Circle and about a 30-hour online course to learn all about tapping and how we work with the meridians and how the brain works. For those of you who aren't quite ready to be trained but want to do the online course, you can still do that. And that information's on my website. All of it's under training and courses. Sonia at soniasophia.us. SONYASOPHIA.us. So I love you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the circle again.